Take two. Hello there. I'm Scotty. You're not. Welcome to Retro Rewind, where I take a look at a topic or TV episode from the 1990s and the early to mid 2000s. And today we are actually looking at one of the best sitcoms ever made, Friends. Specifically, season 3, episode 2. What is regarded as one of, if not the best episode of the show, my personal favorite, season 3, episode 2, the one where no one is ready. Okay, in this episode, Ross is getting honored for a paleontology thing. He's going to make a speech and everything, and so he shows up at Monica and Rachel's apartment, and no one except for Phoebe is ready, but even Phoebe gets kind of sidetracked in a way. So, yeah, and there's this is a bottle episode where everything is just confined, except for the last scene, everything is confined to Monica and Rachel's apartment. Sure, characters leave and then come back, but we don't see them. Like, Joey and Chandler leave, but we don't see what they're doing outside this apartment. They stay in that apartment. So, we stay in the apartment, I should say. So, yeah, and I will give credit to the writers and everything for the show, is that even though they're stuck in one place, there are still separate storylines for each character. Joey and Chandler are fighting over a chair. Phoebe, despite the fact that she's the only one that's ready, gets hummus on her dress, so she has to figure out how to clean it. Rachel's trying to figure out what dress to wear. Monica is obsessing over the message she got from Richard. They recently broke up. And Ross is just trying to get everyone ready to go. So everyone gets a decent plot line in this. Not one of them is really bad. Joey and Chandler really share a plot line, but it's Joey and Chandler. Why wouldn't they share a plot line? So we start the episode with Joey, Chandler, and Monica's apartment. And, at first I thought, well, they're in the apartment alone because Monica comes back later. And then I realized, no, Rachel lives there. What am I doing? Rachel still lives there. And this is before, they end up switching apartments at one point, too. Because of that whole game show thing. This is before they switched. I wish that, I know that everyone wanted to go back to the original format. I wish they would have stayed switched for a while. But this is before that anyway. So, yeah, Joey's in the fridge. She's like, what's this? Yeah. Looks like cider. There's like, why don't you try it? And he goes, yeah, that's fat. I drank fat. John's like, yeah, I know. I drank some of it earlier. So it's a cup of fat. Really. Then Ross comes in. He's talking to Chandler. You guys aren't ready to go. What? We're not ready yet. I want to be ready by 22. 20 till, I guess I should say. Okay, he's upset. He's obsessive, I guess. And then Rachel's still not ready yet. And then Monica comes back. Joey tries to get Ross to eat the face. Hey, Ross, you want some cider? He's like, oh, nah. And then a little bit later, Ross turns around. He's like, cup of fat? She's like, Monica comes home, and she's not ready either, but she's, she checks the messages, and that's when she hears the message from, she hears a message from Phoebe, which is still kind of funny, because Phoebe's there already. Because Phoebe shows up, she's all ready to go at this point. And, Phoebe's like, hey, what if I'm already there? Wouldn't it be weird hearing my voice? It is weird when in any instance, you hear your voice back on a machine or something. Even I am very iffy on watching back my own videos. You know what I mean? I've watched some of my old Scotty TV stuff, some of the goofy stuff I've done, the stuff I've recorded in the bedroom where I was I showed my movie popcorn tin stuff that I did because I was bored and it was late at night and I wanted to be up a little bit longer. I watched that stuff. I watched that stuff before. I should try to put that into a playlist. I have a playlist called Summertime with no E in summer that I add a bunch of videos to. I just finished rearranging. It's fun to watch. I took some stuff out, added new stuff in, just to change it up. I'm supposed to do it every year, but last year I forgot, so I had to completely redo it. But anyway, so now Monica's obsessed with this message from Richard. Is it old? Is it new? For Ross, he doesn't care. Joey and Chandler keep telling her that it's old. Ross doesn't care. He just wants her to get ready. All those frustrations are going to bubble eventually. Chandler goes to the bathroom. He comes back. Joey's in the chair. He's like, move. He's like, no, you got up. He's like, come on. I just went to the bathroom. He's like, well, you get up. My brother and I used to argue over it. And two kids who are, I'm more autistic than he is, but I think anyway, we used to kind of, it became a rule in our house. You move your feet, you lose your seat. So yeah, but I am defending Chandler here. Joey should have got up, especially how babyish he acts in this episode as it goes on. It just, and then finally Ross is like, hey, how about Chandler, you go get dressed, and you come back, and Joey will have to get up and go get dressed. All right, fine. So he leaves. All right. Monica comes back out, and she's obsessed. She said, I left a message just to, I was breezy. Left a message just to try to see if it was, and this message would have been fine. Even with the I'm breezy at the end, it would have been fine. But of course, Monica is neurotic, so she has to obsess over this. So she's like, oh, I'll play it for you. How are you going to do that? She knows the number for Richard's phone answering machine. So she does it. I never got a concept of checking your messages with a code. I always heard people say, I'm going to check my messages. I'm like, how are you going to do that? I guess there's a code. She does it, and it plays back her message. Hey, I'm breezy. And then there's a message from someone else who I think was confirmed to be his daughter, Michelle. But here's the thing. Wouldn't her message have played first? Doesn't it go older messages first? I don't know. It's a little bit iffy. As far as I remember, and I think for voicemails now, older messages play first, right? I think at least with answer machines, it's older messages played first. I don't know. But yeah, she hears a message and thinks it's someone that he's already dating someone. So, but they convince her it's Michelle, and she ends up calling Michelle and then hangs up on her. So she answers with hola, like the person in the message does. And so they think it's her, but then she calls her back, and they have a little bit of an argument. And at this point, Ross is fed up, and Rachel comes out, and he basically yells at her. They're dating at this point, by the way. One of their off and on moments. This is when they were still dating the first time. Chandler comes back, and I think this is before the thing, but Chandler comes back and says, okay, get up. He's like, no, I'm not getting up. You gotta go get dressed. And then, eventually, he's like, you have to go get dressed. Do it now. So he gets up, and he takes the cushions with him. He goes, what? He's like, I said I'd give you the chair, but I didn't say I would give you the cushion. She's like, the cushions are my essence. Well, I'm taking it. And he takes it with him. So, yeah. And this is weird. Because does he leave? I think Chandler leaves and then comes back. He has to. And then he, quote H.H. Milne, A.A. Milne, get out of my chair, Dillhole. I don't think that's who said it, but And then, then the whole cushions thing. And then Joey comes back. He's like, you stole my underwear? You stole my essence. Which, I think he would have stole the underwear first. Right? I don't know. And he's like, fine. You take my clothes, I'm going to do the exact opposite of that. He's like, what are you going to do? Show me my clothes? Oh, he does. I don't know if it's the opposite, but he does something. And this is where then he argues with Rachel. At this point, they tried to cover up the hummus with a Christmas ornament thing, but, and they couldn't find a new dress for her. She didn't like any of the ones that's there. And then, so Rachel has decided she's not going. She comes out in a sweatshirt. She's going to work on her correspondence, which is mailing letters. And boy, that's 90s, right? Is there anyone that still mails letters anymore? Christmas cards, maybe? That's gotta go. I mean, I know people still get letters. The mail is still a very real, thriving thing. Which is very surprising, but I don't know. I'm gonna finish in a minute. I need to get a refill of my HNT. Hold on. Excuse me. So to this point that Joey comes back wearing all of Chandler's clothes. He's like, oh my God. Yeah. You had my underwear? I'm wearing everything you want. That is so not the opposite. I don't know. Close enough, I guess. He's like, you know, it's really sweaty. Because he comes back, he says, you had my underwear. He's like, where could you put the underwear you're wearing? I'm not wearing underwear right now, and it's a rented tux, so he's going to brush in there, which is a smart thing, I guess. He still doesn't have any underwear. And I don't know why Chandler didn't think about it. You know, maybe I'm not commando. Maybe he thought he was wearing Chandler's underwear. He's doing lunges. Stop lunging. He's like, I don't care anymore, okay? I don't care. Well, I was about to go get dressed. You know, I don't care anymore. The one person I care about coming with doesn't want to come. He decides she's not going anymore, so I don't care. And he's like, why don't... He's like, please come with. I'll do anything. What can I do to convince you to come with? And Joey's like, you drink the fat. He's like, I'm not going to drink the fat. She's like, no, it's a good idea. Drink the fat. He's like, this will prove to you that I want you to come. So make it up to you. Yeah. So he goes to drink it and she stops him. Joey's like, oh. You know, I didn't drink. And you were going to drink the fat. Just the idea that he was going to drink the fat meant the world to her, and so she's going to be ready to go. We get one last thing with Monica. Everyone's ready to go now, basically. One last thing with Monica. By the way, it's raining by this point. One last thing with Monica, where she checks the message and accidentally changes his outgoing message to what she thinks is a message she's leaving for him, where she says PMS. And I love how it's after she hears herself say, maybe I'm PMSing. She goes, no! You know. And then she's not able to change it. She didn't figure out how to change it again. So, like, or maybe I can call the phone company and give him to change his number. Honey, after this, I think he's going to be doing that himself. Which, Rachel comes out, and everyone's going, and then Rachel comes out all dressed up. He's like, you look gorgeous, and the dress is fine. It's like a beige green type color. It's fine. It's not the most attractive dress, but it's fine. Just a job done, right? Pretties you up. I actually prefer the dress she's wearing on here, like there. Do it a little bit. But yeah, and they kiss, and she's like, she's like, by my calculation, she's all 5 seconds left, and they kiss. And she's like, that was 7 seconds. He goes, I don't care, we can be a little bit late. And she goes, oh, one more thing. I'm going commando too. He's like, oh, you know. But again, that's got to be awkward for a woman wearing a dress to go commando in public, because you got to make sure you're sitting right. If you move and you just kind of relax yourself, maybe someone will see, hello, hoo-hoo. You know, you gotta, when you're a woman, and cross your legs. Even when you wear underwear, you do that too, but I think it's the lesser of the two. If someone sees your underwear, you're like, oh, look on the bed, hoo. But like, someone sees your hoo-hoo, it's like, you know, I don't know. But hey, fellas, easy access, am I right? But that's why he went, you know. Well, man, he was getting something. But anyway, yeah, great episode. Don't even have to say it. It's probably the best episode of the show for me. And the first time I saw this, I was frustrated because I was like, when are we getting to see Ross's thing, his speech, everything? But then I sort of realized that's not what it's about. That's not the point. The point is, no one is ready. That is the point of the episode. So, yeah, it's a great one. I kind of want to do live action animated. I did animated with the Ezekiel Rage retrospective thing. I kind of want to do more. Do an animated one next. I will see what I'm doing next, but you know. So what are your thoughts on this episode? When it comes to, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Pennywise is peeking. I just realized he's peeking in the corner there. You see that? Right there? Ooh, right there. Right there. He's peeking at us. I didn't realize he was there. Thank you for watching. I've been Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one.